Hello Aries, Jessica here with Cardinal signs. I hope that you're doing well. So for this reading, we're going to be taking a look at both general and love messages for the 16th of October through the 31st. And we're going to be using both tarot and crystal. So I've already shuffled for you, and we had the Nine of Cups come out for your overall energy. So we'll just cut the deck. And we can begin. So you have the Three of Pentacles with the Rebel. This is the Emperor. And you have the King of Pentacles with Strength or Courage. Okay, very interesting. So your overall energy with the Nine of Cups, this is talking about, a period of time where you're sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the good things in life. But on the flip side, it can be talking about like a lack of motivation to be able to get up and running again. The motivation to take the actions that you need to in order to get back in the game, get things done that need to be accomplished. So this can be something that you may have been struggling with, motivation. I see that coming in for you. There is a lot of energy. There's a lot of get up and go coming in through these cards. So there's a call to action that's going to occur mid-month, earlier in the middle of the month. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is oftentimes a divine call to action, and it's highlighting for you, shedding light on the fact that there is more that you need to achieve. So it's no longer time to sit and enjoy. It's time to get back to work. So there's a higher calling here. There's a higher purpose. And I think that it's purpose that you've been lacking. But now you have that purpose coming in, and that is what's going to motivate you, give you the energy that you need to get up and go. So it's really good. You have the Rebel coming in here paired with that. Now this is the Emperor card. This is a very strong, independent, fierce energy. This is a natural born leader. This is somebody who has all the wisdom and charisma that they need to be independently successful or to lead other people towards achieving something. The Three of Pentacles can often talk about working together in partnership or in a small group with other people to accomplish something, some kind of project, something that you're working on, oftentimes in business or in work. But not exclusively. So this is very strong energy. We can see here that there is that light that the Emperor is holding. This is literally going to be a fire under your butt. I mean, there's no other way to say it. There's been this funk, kind of like you stuck in this rut that I'm seeing here, and there's been a really hard time like getting that energy to get up and out of it. So this energy that is coming in, most likely in the week of like the 16th to the 23rd, something is lighting a fire under you, and you are going to suddenly be invigorated with the drive and passion that you need in order to get back in the game, to get things done, get back on that project that you need to work on. If you've been stuck in a rut because there's some kind of roadblock, the Emperor energy is also blasting through that. So in this card, there are chains on the bottom that are being broken. So any kind of barrier that has been stopping you, if that's why you have been stagnant for a little while, that barrier is being removed. This can be because of divine assistance. This can be because of the right timing and things aligning into place. So whatever the case is, bottom line, things are starting to happen and you're having a lot more motivation to get going. Now the King of Pentacles paired with the Strength card. I mean, all of these cards are just really emphasizing the fact that you are coming in with very strong leadership energy, a lot of independence, but also that charisma. Again, that King of Pentacles, he has a lot of charisma. People enjoy being with this person. People look up to this person and respect what they've accomplished and where they're going in life, and they want to go there too, because they know that this person, these kind of energies, they're going to be successful. This energy just attracts success. So fantastic energies coming in for you, Aries. You have probably felt incredibly uncomfortable because you're a fire sign. You are naturally inclined to be active, to get stuff done. When you think of something, you don't hesitate, you just do it. So this Nine of Cups, it's foreign for you, and you have probably felt intensely uncomfortable with the stagnation that has occurred, with whatever roadblock has kind of put a wrench in your plans. So it's a huge relief for you to have this removed and this new energy being just breathed into your life purpose. Now, there's also this wonderful resilience. So with this Strength card, it's like you're being rewarded for your resilience, rewarded for your patience. It doesn't mean that you still don't have to work hard. You definitely do. But future challenges, you're going to have the resources to be able to overcome them with relative ease. It's not on a silver platter by any means, but it's certainly not this kind of stale stagnation that we'd been dealing with earlier. So things are looking good. There's a lot of more light. There's a lot more fire. So you're going to be feeling far more comfortable than you have been. And like I said, you have this renewed sense of purpose and motivation in your life. So it's absolutely beautiful for you, Aries. Let's take a look into the crystal and we'll see what else is coming in for you. Okay, definitely a message. I'm seeing a scroll of paper being unfurled. So for some of you, this will be like a written message. This could be, a permit being granted, or, written permission that you've been waiting on in order to proceed forward with something. That's coming in, and now you're able to move forward. For others of you, it could come in a different form, but that's the way that it's being shown here. You are really like sinking yourself into this. You're immersing yourself completely into whatever this is. If it's a project, let's just call it a project. 100% you're putting into this. You are completely dedicated and gung-ho about this. So there's no on the fence. This is, get up and run. Okay, so on the clock, I'm seeing 5 past 3. So 53 or 3:05, 35, which is the number 8. The 8 is a number of hard work if we think of the 8 of Pentacles, but numbers 3 and 5 in a whatever combination, or the number 8, is going to be significant for you. This could be talking about days, it could be talking about weeks, but for whatever combination, this is going to be significant. And it is most likely time because we're seeing it in a clock. Okay. There appears to be some competition around you. Again, this is, I really feel that this is some kind of like project or job related to that kind of thing. And there's competition around you, but you are showing up here as a shark, and the competition is intimidated. they're backing off. They're giving you the space and the respect, and they're respecting your kind of jurisdiction. So that's coming up here as well. So you don't have to worry about other people trying to butt in on your territory. Okay. Now, I don't like to see this, but I'm seeing a grave, like a cross in the earth. The first message they came up with me is don't work yourself to the bone. So this is a little bit more of a lighter perspective on that message. It's a light warning, gentle warning. Make sure that you maintain balance in your life. So I know that you're going to be immersing yourself in this project, but you have to still take time to rest, okay? That's really important because you're going to wear yourself down. And for some of you, you may get sick. This is not necessarily a fatal sickness, but it's just a warning that you could really run yourself down if you don't find that balance in your life. For others of you, there is potentially like a funeral that you might have to attend to, or you might be visiting a grave, visiting somebody who's already passed away, but I'm seeing a grave, so I'm going to leave it at that because I don't like to dwell on the negative too much. So the initial message sticks to maintain your own health through proper work-life balance. So we'll leave it at that. There are very vital energies here. This is not, I wouldn't be afraid of your own, health. If you were to get run down, this is not going to be catastrophic because you have really strong vital energy. Just be respectful of that. Be respectful of your body's needs for rest. Okay? So I've already shuffled your cards for love and romance. So the top is going to be for yourself and the bottom will be for your partner or potential partner. Overall, you've got the Hierophant. You also have the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Your partner is coming in here with the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. This energy here with the Hierophant. First thing that's coming up here is stability. I feel like you're really well grounded, really rooted. The second thing that came up quite quickly after that is a caution. Be careful not to, sit too high and proud, because I'm feeling a little bit of resentment coming in from your partner's side. So you may well be an authority on something, but when it comes to the relationship, we always have to treat each other with respect and equality, of course. And for whatever reason, your partner is feeling resentful, like you have maybe belittled them or something for some reason. That's their perspective. So just be aware of that. Maybe think about what that might have to do with, or what you might have said that would cause them to feel that way. And if you can't think of anything, just be careful in the next couple of weeks of how you are communicating with your significant other. You want to be sure that you're talking on an even level than talking like a boss. Like with your previous cards, you're coming in here with this incredibly strong energy. You've got the King of Pentacles and you have the Emperor, which are both natural leaders. These energies come in because you naturally have the inclination to lead people, and that involves, telling people what to do. But it's important when it comes to love and romance to not be telling your partner, you need to do this, this, and this. It should be a mutual agreement, right? So just think on that a little bit. Now beneath you, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Swords. I'm trying to think. I think it was Pisces that had this combination as well. Completely different cards otherwise, but they had the Eight of Swords and then the Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords talks about feeling trapped. For you, this is feeling trapped in a particular role. Okay, I see how this might be. You might be the person in the relationship who takes care of things. You might be the more responsible person. Maybe that's why this Hierophant is coming up. I was a little bit having a hard time feeling this energy, but if you're the one who takes care of things, if you're the more responsible one, you're the one who makes sure that, the bills get paid and all that kind of jazz. You're feeling trapped in this role, and it's stifling. You don't have the freedom to really experience equality within the relationship, because maybe your partner is, I don't get a really strong sense of immaturity. That's not really where your partner's at. But it's kind of like they're preoccupied. They're elsewhere. They just don't have that kind of mind frame like you do. So because of your role in the relationship, you have to juggle a lot of things. You have your own issues, but then you also have to make sure and kind of carry their weight a little bit. And that's burdensome. And I think you're just tired of that. So I think that's where this kind of sternness is coming through. There's this sternness. It feels like you're going to be having a candid conversation with your partner and saying, look, I'm responsible for this, 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 and this, and you're responsible for that. Maybe you could take these other two things so that we each have these three things that we're responsible for, and that way we don't have this resentment. Initially, I was feeling resentment from your partner, but it could be you too. It's kind of hard. The line is blurred there. So resentment, that's the key word, and having to work through that and clear it up. So we got to clear the air here, Aries. Now your partner has the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. They're a little bit defensive. Your partner's coming in here with defensive energy. If you were to approach them, you have to do it really smart. And I know you can figure out how to do that. Because they might get defensive, have their back up if you say, well, look what I do and you only do this. So you have to be really careful and delicate, but still convey the ultimate message, like things need to change here. Things need to be a little bit more equal. Because right now it's just not fair. So your partner's coming in here with this Nine of Pentacles. Like, these two cards are the defensive ones, and this Nine of Pentacles is kind of just self-interested. They're just very absorbed in, probably in their work, because it's coming in here with the Nine of Pentacles, or something that they're creating, either their work or something that they're creating, creative process, very absorbed in that. So you kind of have to catch their attention. You will be able to. You have this like really strong energy with the Hierophant coming in here, and the only caution is to be, gentle and respectful with how you approach that conversation, and to kind of temper the sternness, because we want to avoid kind of almost like you're behaving like a parent talking to a child, and that's what I'm seeing, this dynamic. So we're really working on getting it to the level where, two adults having a conversation, not that parent-child dynamic, because that's not healthy. So I'm just going to take a look here into the crystal, see what else is coming in here for Aries. Okay, I'm seeing something like just out of your reach. So like literally I'm seeing a hand reaching up like this, and there's like this, it looks like an orb. It's like really delicate. It looks a lot like this actually, but it's small. But it's something that's precious. And it is like literally like resting on top of your fingertips. It's just out of reach and you're like stretching to get it. You have to keep on putting in the effort and you'll get there. Again, emphasizing the need to be very gentle and delicate. Once you do get this into your hands, it can break really easy. So you have to respect that and proceed accordingly. Okay, I'm seeing it's like static. It's kind of like on a cartoon, when on like a cartoon TV, and they'd have like those wiggle lines across the screen, like for static. That's what I'm seeing. And what this is indicating is within the communication sector of the relationship, messages are not getting through. It's like the two of you are on a different frequency. So you're talking and your partner's talking, and the messages are getting completely muddled and crossed, and nobody understands what the other person is actually getting at. So we need to, now mind you, I'm seeing like a really old school TV, so it's like got the rabbit ears. So like you have to fine tune and really work at understanding the way that your partner is communicating, and likewise they have to do the same thing so that they understand what you're saying, where you're coming from. So this is, as I said, it's not like a huge discord, it's fine tuning so that you just understand more clearly where the other person is coming from. Okay, like I'm hearing measuring up, and I'm seeing bar graphs. It's like this whole analysis of the relationship and how it's going, and it's all this data. And I think ultimately it's like it's too much, and you have to just kind of pare it down and get back to basics and not overanalyze things. There, everything doesn't have to have its own specific compartment necessarily. I mean, if that works for both of you, then great, but it's almost like if you're trying to meet a perfect standard for every single little box on your checklist, because the way I'm seeing it, it's like there's like a score for this, there's a score for that, score for this, and all these bars are lined up, and with the words measuring up, it's maybe hard to measure up to all of that. So it's hard. It's definitely hard. You don't want to have to lower your standards, but perhaps you're just going to simplify how you judge the way that your relationship is going. So simplification, rather than having all of these different parameters and all of these different things, maybe you're just going to focus on general feelings of happiness and belonging and well-being, rather than like so many other things that kind of lose sight of the big picture, basically. So I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but hopefully these messages made sense for you, Aries. So I'm going to bring the reading to a close at that. I think that you're going to be successful with this. Definitely beautiful things happening in a general sense for you. With the relationship, it's going to be a little bit challenging, but no doubt you can get through this. The overall energies from the general do come over into this, so you have that wonderful strong energy. And you have divine guidance to fall back on too if you need that in making these changes and in communicating with equality with your partner. So thank you so much for watching, Aries, and I look forward to seeing you again in November for your next 2-week forecast. So take care of yourself until then, and I will see you again soon.